She had a rough go.
You put that together with Dimitruk and the rest of the team, and it's kind of semi-final coming out.
So, whereas in the men's second semi, we had the 54th seed against the 42nd seed.
Right.
You'd never expect them to make the semis. Here we have pretty much everyone who's sort of expected, because Horvath was seeded second coming out of the pools. She was 5-0. She only had a 6-person pool, and Kravets was 5-1, seeded 21st. So here we've had 4 fencers in the semis that sort of you can see them getting them.
We watched the match between Horvath and there's a Korean fencer named HUN who was quite diminutive, and Horvath is aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
She is Hungarian, and she was very domineering. And Kravets, I really haven't had a chance to see very much of her today, but she's here in the second semifinal.
Horvath was pretty wide on guard there, leaning forward a bit. Kravets more upright.
Who did Kravets beat in the quarterfinal? I think it was an American fencer. I think it was Alexandra Kravets of USA. It would be in the green corner.
Kravets beat Zhao of China to 15-9.
Oh, right. It was Zhao of China who beat Julia Yin, the junior world champion.
Yeah, that is really the story that we're not talking about, because she got eliminated so long ago. But after winning the Junior World Championship last night, such impressive fashion, Julia Yin, you look at this and go, well, this is the younger age group. She's going to kill everybody here and win it. It doesn't
against Zhao.
It doesn't work.
She was having to do flesh attacks.
Mm-hmm.
That tells you a lot.
Yeah. That was the talk since last night. Everyone said, can Yin equal what Jalen Liu did of the United States in the foil? Everyone said she has a great chance to be double champion. So that was the single story coming into today, and that story ended pretty quickly.
And, you know, let's say that Horvath goes through. She's got a very different style to Dimitruk, but if you remember the gold medal match between the Hungarian fencer Nagy and Yin didn't quite end up like we thought.
No.
And I would say that, just an observation, that I think that Dimitruk has more of a Yin in the junior championship match, has more of a Yin vibe to it
Than a Yang?
than a Nagy vibe.
Oh, not a Yin to a Yang? Okay.
No, Jeff.
Meanwhile, Horvath is all over Kravets so far, very aggressive, and has dominated this first period. And Kravets had let time run out here and go to the break, and 4-point differential is plenty, and talk it over and come up with plan B.
What happened in the match between Horvath and Hong Riwon of Korea is that Horvath in the first period ran off 8 points to Hong's 2 or 3. But in the second period, Horvath took her foot off the pedal, and Hong, who was hadn't figured out how to get inside the blade, did.
Well, you talk about taking the foot off the pedal. I think it's up for Kravets here to put the foot on the pedal.
Yeah, exactly.
And sort of be the provocative one here. That's not a good strategy by Kravets, is to double in the middle of the Horvath.
Well, that's the second double.
Those doubles are not a good idea here, as Horvath inches closer to 15. Too easy. Those two touches were too easy. It doesn't matter the Kravets double. It was really easy to start the period here. That's a beauty. So basically, Kravets took a step back and made the parry and the riposte. She scored her last 2 non-doubles on that type of action.
But one of Kravets' big problems is that 3 of her 6, half the points she's got, came off doubles.
No more doubles. That was an attack from out of distance, and Horvath's eyes got the size of beach balls as that was coming in. She parried and made the riposte. It feels like a bigger differential in this bout than 10-6, but it's only 10-6. Kravets gets a couple. She's right back in it. But it has to happen now.
That's one of them.
Beauty by Horvath. Kravets has to push Horvath as she's doing now and try to make her commit and parry and riposte. No doubles. No
Double.
doubles.
Now, this is just a bit of trivia, but out of the 5 points, and then 6, that Horvath has had in the second period, 3 of them are in doubles. I mean, it doesn't make any difference now.
Well, we've seen 2 semifinals here where one fencer pretty much dominated the other. It feels that way. 13-8, that's not dominant, but it feels dominant. It's almost as
Kravets would like to see a break.
I think so too.
I don't know if she's going to get it. And if there's a passivity call here before the end of this period, then it becomes 14-9. Oh, no, wait.
Not yet. Next.
Oh, no. Sorry.
It's the 8th day. It's been a
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah.
All right. So they're calling here passivity for 1 minute of no points.
No puedo decir pie local.
So somewhere rattling around in my empty head
Red,
is
Alex.
we've already had a passivity call. That was in the
Alex.
Okay, we go to a 1 minute break. But Kravets is going to need. She's going to have to up her game and up her plan.
Yes, as commentators, we don't root for somebody to win. We don't root for either one. What we do root for are competitive bouts. That's what we're rooting for. And so you're sort of rooting here for Kravets to get back in the bout because it'll make it more exciting. Now we're rooting for her. But she has not done anything in the first 2 periods that would lead me to think that she's capable of doing it so far.
Yeah.
That's just being candid. But we hope she does, and hope she and the coach come up with something. She's going to have to try to push Horvath and try to pick up the blade. She's been successful in that a couple of times, but she can't afford to double anymore.
Well, and, it's you can't be inactive.
Right.
Red, Alex.
Let's see if Alexandra Kravets could make this a little bit closer.
Alex, 1.
Well, that was an excellent hit to the foot.
Alex, 1.
See, Kravets found the blade. That's replaced.
Horvath is a little over anxious to end this one here. Horvath doesn't need to take any more risks than she did when she tried to finish it on that flesh before. She doesn't have to take any risks at all.
The double will do it. 15-10. And Lotti Horvath of Hungary into the gold medal match to face Alina Dimitruk of Ukraine. And it is a bronze medal from the World Championships for Alexandra Kravets.
Well, the semifinals of the women were a little one-sided, both of them. But I look for the gold medal bout to be a humdinger based on the way the 2 fenced in the semis. Yeah.
All right, we've got our first gold medal match.